Yes, hello. I'm back. And yes, I'm starting up my Windows Vista PC. It takes some time. I'm still home. And well, it's okay. My brother is home, so I'm home to see him. And yes. So we're going to talk a little bit about this week and next month on YouTube and Patreon. And I've had my deep insight on myself, so that's for you to see. I do not feel I have much to hide, but my sexual stuff I'm keeping for myself. Yeah. So and the struggle goes on between your own balance, not kind of struggle, but to find a balance, you can say. So to let go of drama, let go of using too much emotion which creates drama, to say it that way, and to just be centered in myself. And so I'm just thinking about the thoughts that we create our own universe, or we are our own dimension. And I can of course see of my own choices that thing could have been very difficult, but then I have to see if it was meant to be like that, to come to this point where I'm doing this, and at the same time learn to let go of darkness. And because someone says that sometimes you need to go through dark stuff to learn to see what the light is, to choose, to be able to choose, because all is a choice. And everything is a valid experience in the universe because it's polarity. But the universe is of course tipped a little bit towards the positive, because you have that free will to take that choice. And the light is always the strongest, because when the light comes, the darkness disappears. But it's a little bit more complicated when it comes to us humans and physicality, because then you can hide your mindset inside something else. So there is layers upon, you can say, consciousness and purpose, because someone can say they are this and that of positive, but they have other intentions. That is a very cruel way of hiding yourself inside the light. So I remember my mother said this to me when I was young: watch out, because the darkness can hide inside the light, and then because it wants something, and then manipulate the situation to their own egoistic benefit. And I think that the more you are up in the frequency, the more those things will fall away, because they cannot see you anymore, because you have become something of love, of light, and you can always see through it, see through their intentions. So I'm starting to understand that the layers of frequency, and also the dimensions which may be on top of each other, which have a sound wave, and understand the vastness of your own dimensions, your own creation, you can say. So also trying to understand that the drama which someone puts on you, the feelings that they are not necessary. You can be still of heart. But of course, when someone hurt you, there will always be some kind of emotional turbulence there, but you can of course create a stillness inside yourself and just let go of that drama and karma, because the inner state of being is what you are. So if someone is yelling in your face that you are that and this and shit, and you do not need to care about it, or just neutralize it and just give it love and positivity, and then it will be neutralized. So but it's hard to stand in those energies, and sometimes you can talk about love and light and that everything will change and everything is beautiful and flowers and butterflies, but when someone is standing in your face with a gun, what shall you do? I don't think Jesus will come and save you, like, oh, this one we need to redeem, but that the choice is there to be like Jesus and to listen to his words is there, of course. And when you choose to go away from the drama, you can always follow his lead. But I do think that somewhere in his own teachings there are teachings about self-defense, teaching about standing up for yourself against oppression. There is a thought there. Yes, he says that, but he has come very far in his own intuition, in his own frequency, so he can in many ways manipulate matter and do things which other people, so in his case he could defend himself just by the thoughts. Humans cannot do that, but we are often here to learn something about those situations. And those choices are taken on the other side. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to understand that, but I understand it from a soul purpose. But I do understand that it's when someone is waving a gun in your face and they're taking all your choices from you. You can, of course, still be still of heart, but how can you stay in faith and up in frequency when someone do something like that with you? Is it still a choice? Is it still free will? I think it says that's the pure love is that way. But you have the right to defend yourself. You have the right to take care of those which you love. And I do think in the case when he lived that he had to defend himself in many ways, or at least neutralize some situations. Yes. And he also says that it's easy from a perspective where you don't have any resistance to talk about love and be in that mentor state. But when you are in it, when the darkness is in conflict and you are in the polarity, that's the only way you can learn, the only way you can grow. The only way you are in situations where you can take those choices of love and light. And you all will begin at some stage to learn that. We all have to begin someplace to learn. And that's why Earth is here. Because if you die anyway, which way you die, you are still the infinitive being of yourself. And love and light comes from the inside. So if someone forces upon you something, you can always go away from it. But sometimes you have yourself chosen to live through that for an experience, for growth, to understand how it is in the physical level. But when we humans choose love and light and stand together and destroy darkness, or just see it as a choice which you don't need to take anymore, when we all are in balance, we will not go through those situations where we have a gun pointed to us, to our face, some of us. I can see that my physical mind can't really understand that. I'm trying to make sense of it. But I do think that's something for the soul and the higher mind, which see it differently. Yes. It takes time to create love and light. But you can always destroy something very fast. So the power is in the love and heart. Because there is creativity, wisdom, and unity. But it seems there are souls which have gone too far down and become destructive. So I don't know if I have been through that and then I'm going back to the light to learn about love. But it seems like I have an understanding about love, what it is. If not, I wouldn't be doing this. So there is I feel a very dark side of me too. But maybe that is for all of us, that we all have this in us. From past lives, future lives, who knows. Some says that just we humans have created this linearity of time. We have created time to set everything in compartmentalization. That time is just, if you live in the moment, you forget time, then you will not age as fast. The more you live and see the world as a time, as a clock, then you will age faster. So I very much feel that there is a conflict between light and dark on this. But it's all on a soul-based purpose. But there are consciousnesses which are on higher levels of both light and dark. And you have the choice for what you will choose. But all this knowledge has been manipulated by people to create their own riches on this earth. And this does go on everywhere in the universe, not only here, but here it has been taken to an extreme, where it is encoded genetically in us and also manipulated with frequencies and sound and everything, using everything to manipulate us to be in this controlled society. And it's time to break out of it, to not let those souls which are here, which is of darkness, to dominate us and to get their will. So, but it's changing. They had their time. Now it's time to learn from it, to grow. So it's going in cycles, I feel. Everything is in cycles. But if we humans could live for thousands of years, we will break those cycles and we would pull ourselves out of this reincarnation cycles. And we will, the longer you live, the wiser you will become, and the more information you will. But we live very short here on the earth, so we go in many ways inside a loop. But it's all created because it can be created, because it can be a valid experience. So it's on these planets we learn the most. We have the chance to see ourselves from a completely different point of view. And in combination with forgetting, you will create an unique opportunity for yourself to see you from another perspective, to re-remember yourself who you are. Yes. So it's up to us, ourselves. We begin with ourselves, and then there's a collective consciousness together where we create. And when the collective consciousness tips towards the light, towards the positive, we will change this world to something better, where all is equal. But right now, when you see like people like Trump and others, Kim Jong-dong or whatever it's called, I just get, what the fuck is going on? Why? But I could understand that I myself was like that before that. But we are all have the ability to change ourselves, to become a more loving being. And of course I know with myself how much I have been going through, how much I have to look at myself on my own negativity and darkness, and I see it only as a choice. So, but of course, money, the dividing of land, the feeling that someone are better than the other, looks, family, where you are born, environment, climatic changes, everything adds to the variation of creation and what kind of chances you have to grow. But if this is chosen from a soul level, or it's just random what happens down here, I do not quite grasp that, but I do think that much is already planned from the other side. But you have goals you have to go through, but you can go through them however you want. So yes, that was today's philosophical chat. And now I want to talk a little bit about this week's YouTube or Patreon. Got a little bit off track. And this week, well, it's nothing special. I'm just going to channel something, see what comes through. Same on Patreon. It's $1 to get a weekly channeling and the word of wisdom, and to join in on the charity project which I'm creating. So at this point I'm giving everything away to charity every third month. I was doing it every 1 month, but it was, with all the other things, a little bit too much to do, so I'm trying to cut down on the workforce, on the work, and create more quality instead. Of course, I'm new to this, so it takes time, but I think the real point here is that I am doing it, and that is the most important. Of course, it will be good to give like 5,000 kroners or $500 every month to charity, and that's up to you to choose that, if you want to support me or not. But it's the thought and that you are doing it that is most important. Anyway, even how much money is talk about, is that if many could do this and get out these positive messages, channel, talk about UFOs, talk about extraterrestrials, talk about how to change to the negativity to positivity, and be in contact more with your consciousness, and give a little bit what you get to charity, we will have a better world. The world will change. But of course it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. So I hope you understand this, and hope you will support me on Patreon and unsubscribe on YouTube. Help me create this. Of course I can do it forever myself and have a positive experience of it, but it's you that will make it grow and make it be something huge. And also follow my example if you want to do it yourself, because if I can do it, you can certainly also do it. So, but of course it all starts with yourself, your own thoughts, your own vision of the world. And I have been very destructive and negative in the past, but I see that now that this was just a choice, and everything is of creation, but you can change that and learn from it and use that to create a positive thing for yourself and for others. And that is maybe one of the most important things in life, that you learn. And if you do a mistake, you can always change that to something else. And that is quite beautiful. Yes, it says it's the essence of your choice of being here is to learn and grow. It is your choice which way you want to go, but the universe always tips in favor of the positive, and the positive will unite us. It will create peace. It will create that beauty and love and light for all of us. Not that someone is sitting on top and dominating us and controlling us and want to send rockets around the world. Like Hitler is a very good example of that, what you can become of darkness. But of course, they tried to kill him like 50 times. They didn't succeed. So that is he has shown us what we are capable of, but also shown us what we don't need. We don't need that. We can live together, we can love each other, we can all be happy on this planet. And then we can say that we did it. We went through the shit and we walked out of it. And now we can learn how it's done. And then we can create paradise. all over the universe. Big words from a small man. Well, I think it takes one to see one, doesn't it? So, with those big words, well, I think I forgot again what I was going to present it on YouTube and Patreon. So this month, September month for Patreon is like, I have drawn an angel, I won't say who it is. I have a new UFO poster, which I will have to take a picture of. I'm trying to create a more quality-like picture and have the right light setting. I'm going to work with that, of course, but for now it's just very plain, very, well, what can I say, amateurish. No, not amateurish. I'm trying to create my best. I learn as I go. So that's why I now understand why Robbie Williams and those which I saw first for 1 year ago have the baby shoes that they nailed on the wall. There was much humor there. Yes, Robin Williams has been there. I've been seeing his smile on his face a lot. He thinks this is absolutely amazing. He thinks that he wish he could do this himself. So he's here laughing and supporting me. This is thing also I could be a good actor if I want to, but I have too many issues with people, social issues which he didn't have. But we are all different. That's what makes us so unique, and you can always learn from your mistakes. And yes, I'm going to channel him too. So we'll see how that will go. Yeah, he's just laughing, smiling. You say, don't do as I do as you do. Even if it's for people think I'm crazy or not, but if you listen to what I'm saying, it's nothing crazy about what I'm saying. It's just I'm daring to say it. So, well, I can say it, but I also have to do it. That's another issue with us humans. But I think I'm learning. I am doing it my own way. But of course, you say you should involve more with people, social more. Yes, I'm working on that. I definitely do working on that. So I haven't gotten an invite to something. I've got some invites in start, but then I just went my own way. Nothing egoistic about it, nothing personal about it either. Just me being a little bit skittish about all this. But it's, of course, it is something new. It is what humans are, the way we are going. We are going that way. And yes, I forgot again that Patreon, so there's a new word of wisdom for September. It's a new poem. I have drawn all those. There is a new tier 3, 4, 5 channeling. It was quite hard to redigate on this on these computers because they are very slow. It takes time, and it hangs in my redigation program. It hangs. So I really want a new computer when I'm on the move, because it just doesn't cut it anymore. It works, but it doesn't update the Windows Vista anymore either. I could of course buy Windows 10 for this, but I don't think it would do any matter. It needs more RAM and stuff. It's just outdated. That's how they make technology now. They give us droplets a little better than the last time, you can say. So Patreon and YouTube, yes, I'm trying to give messages like this on YouTube and also channeling in the week. The rest I have put on Patreon to create that charity option, and also try myself to get some income of this, but it's not been very much. I just gave it away. So it's up to you to support me. I hope you will support me. It's tier 1 is $1, or you don't need to choose any tier. You can just support me with $1. I'll be happy for anything that comes in, which I can then give away. So I was thinking like giving away 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%, so it doesn't matter how much it is. It's if it comes up to $1,000, I will give away 50% of that to charity, and you can help me choose where I'm going to give it. That's also an option now, but in the start I will choose myself where I will give it, up to a certain amount. So it's all positive. It's positive messages, it's positive poems, it's positive words of wisdom, it's positive channelings, it's everything is positive. The drawings are getting better, and I'm learning as I go. And I will draw a piece of art too every month on Patreon, so I won't say what it is this month. I think it's beautiful. It's beautiful things like hearts and butterflies and trees and flowers, and maybe just pictures of nature. That's what it will be. And I see I have my own style, because we all have our own style. So, but that's what it calls to be creative. To be creating something, to dive into your creativity, to make something unique which comes from you. And we all have that unique touch. No one is the same. That's what's so beautiful about being down here, that we all can make something which is unique of our touch. Of beauty, of course, beauty. So that was Patreon and a little bit YouTube. And I hope you will subscribe. I hope you will support me. And watch my videos. And try it maybe to do this yourself. And that's the main point here. That you yourself can create something. Because the more we are which create these channelings and these poems and writings and charity, the better world we will have. When we unite, we will stand much faster. So, yes, if you have questions, you can ask them on email, or you can chat with me in the YouTube chat, or write comments on the videos. You can also join Patreon. There is a way of communicating, and $1 a month you're with me. You're with on this love journey, you could say. Well, if you're watching my videos, you're anyway on the love journey. So I hope it helps you in some way. It has helped me, but of course I'm still having things I have to go through and stuff to learn. But I guess you learn as you walk the walk. That's how easy it is. So much love from me, and I hope you will join me. And I hope you can learn something from me and change your life to the positive. That's what this is all about. to change the world to something more positive. So we all have our own way to go, and some have maybe more to go through than others to come to this point where they can actually dare to see themselves as a wholeness, and dare to say to themselves, oh fuck man, what have I done, or this must I change to something better, something more positive. At least I have to look at it and try to change it. To jump also into your own fears and change them to something else, to see that they are only there to teach you something about yourself, and not to limitate yourself. It's easy to say it on camera, it's something else to go in a big public and talk about it. So, but that's the challenge of it all. If it wouldn't be a challenge, we would be here on this planet in this time. But we are the forefront for love, for unity, for a better world. So let's try to each one give our own positive touch on it. Much love.